If you're struggling in your real estate business or things have seemed to have gone stale, I'm going to show you one key that I've used to get explosive growth in my business. What's up guys, Lewi here. Growing your business like this is something that everyone wants to do, but a lot of people will say, okay, buy this course or learn this or do everything that this agent does over here. And it's just too much, and we don't really want to do that. You want to grow your business, and I believe the way to grow your business is the way that you actually want to do it, not conforming to the way that everyone tells you have to do it. And this is really where this whole theme of today comes in. I believe the key to explosive growth in your business isn't doing the status quo that everyone else does and trying to emulate everyone else. It's finding one thing and doing it extremely well that no one else can compete with you on. So as a realtor myself in production, I do everything pretty well. But there's one thing that I do better than anyone else. And the one thing that I believe I do better than all of my competition is relationship building. And that's key for me in my business. So I'm a very relatable person. I love talking to people. I love meeting people. I love, building my life around people that I connect with. And that always shows whenever I go to client meetings, listing presentations, whatever that is. Most of the times when I go into these meetings, instead of just showing up with like a listing presentation and being like, oh, here you go, here's my numbers, here's what my brokerage does, I spend like the first at least, 10 to 15 minutes asking questions, getting to know them, finding out why they're doing what they're doing, who they connect with, all that kind of jazz. And I really study personality types as well. What kind of personalities do they have? How can I connect with them? And I really look for 1 to 2 key things where I can connect with them. And from there, once I have that, boom, I'm latched on and I go to town on that subject or whatever it is. Because when I leave there, I want them to remember me, not for like my numbers, my presentation, like how much they can sell a house for. All that stuff is awesome, of course, but they can relate with me. They know they can pick up the phone and they'll be like, what's up, how's it going, and really have that conversation piece. So it's something that I do very well. Not trying to toot my own horn here, but I pride myself on it. I do everything else okay. I negotiate okay. I run my production business pretty okay. I would say above average for my competitors, but that one thing is what I do extremely well. And that's what has exponentially grown my production business. So that's really the key here. What I think that agents need to be doing is like, what's the one thing? What's the one thing I love doing? What's the one thing I do really, really well? It might be presentations, right? It might be that you do everything else okay, but you can show up and you can crush a listing presentation, and just focus on that. All you have to do now is get the leads to get there. Maybe it's neighborhood tours on YouTube or social media, whatever that is. One of the agents in my group, Andrew Vascaseno, I said his name right, Andrew Vascaseno, he's on TikTok and he just crushes on there because he just makes these short videos about neighborhoods, about things going on in Denver, and he's just like every single day, boom, 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 and that's his one thing that he just excels at. Everything else he does pretty well, but that's the one thing that he excels at, and people know him for that. So he's grown a huge audience from there, and he gets the majority of his business from TikTok because he does it so well. So finding that one thing that you do, honing in on it, really dedicate to learning the craft more. So it might be follow-up. Follow-up might be your jam. Like you can get, a few leads here, there, and everywhere, but it doesn't matter to you how many you get, because as soon as they go into your funnel, your follow-up system will convert them eventually. So if that's your thing, don't just rest on your laurels. Keep on learning more and more and more about that system and about that one thing that you're amazing at, and then you'll excel even higher. And then you're not even just competing with local agents, you're going to compete with agents all over the country. So these things are super important to really focus in on, because a lot of the time we just find that we're going through the status quo and just kind of like, okay, I just have to do everything in the business. I have to find leads. I have to post on Facebook. I have to convert them. I have to go to presentations. I have to show. And it can be like, okay, but what's the one thing that really gets you excited? What's the one thing that you're like, no. This one thing right here is my key to success. If you really hone in on that and start to take it off and leverage it and put time, effort, and money into developing that skill set, you will blow your competition out of the water. If you don't know what that is yet and you need to figure it out, or you need to like carve that out of what you're already doing, that's why Mike Sherrard and myself are putting together a special mastermind that we are launching in Q2 of this year. It's going to be amazing. We are so excited about it. If you want more information on that, guys, you can click the link in the description below. Enrollment is going to open up pretty soon here, so if you want more information and get on the waitlist for that, you can click that link and find out more about it. But we are very, very excited. Our passion is to help real estate agents scale their business in many, many ways. If you don't know Mike, of course you know Mike, but his thing is social media, branding, marketing. Like, he's just the man at that. For me, it's productivity through time management, through systems, through processes, really thinking outside the box about growing your business. So with us two combined, it's really going to be a special mastermind that people all over the country are looking forward to getting involved in right now. So check it out, click the link below, find out more, and hopefully we'll see you on there. If not, drop a comment, let me know what your one thing is. I'd love to hear. All right, see you on the next one.